Hello everyone, welcome to engineering classes. Today we will start with types of distribution. We already studied general discrete distribution. In general discrete distribution, we studied SD and variance. SD stands for standard deviation and second one is binomial distribution. In this class also we do 1 to 2 questions on general discrete distribution, that is on standard deviation and variance. After that we will start with binomial distribution. Now first question, consider the following probability mass function of random variable x where this is function. If q is 0.4 then variance of x is. Here we have to find variance. Now how we will find variance? We are given with x. Now x is when x is 0, when x is 1. When x is 0 then ps is q. What is q? 0.4. When x is 1. When x is 1 then what is ps? That is 1 minus q, that is 1 minus 0.4, that is 0.6. Formula of variance is we studied all this in previous lecture. You can learn from here. If you want more questions on this topic then you can see my previous lecture. In previous lecture I have taught you this in detail. For that firstly find ex. What is ex? X px. If you are not clear with this then see my previous lecture. That is x into px. Now x is 0. 0 into 0.4 summation is there. Plus 1 into 0.6. Answer will come out to be 0.6. Now this is x square px. Now x square into 0.4 plus x square into 0.6. Answer will come out to be 0.6. Now put this in this formula, that is variance. Ex square is 0.6 minus ex is 0.6. Now here we have to do ex whole square. 0.6 into now 0.6 whole square. This is now answer will come out to be 0.24. This is answer. A machine produces 0, 1 or 2 defective pieces in a day with associated probability of 1 by 6, 2 by 3 and 1 by 6 respectively. The mean and variance of number of defective pieces produced by machine in a day are. Here we are given with a machine produces 0, 1 and 2 defective pieces in a day. This is x and their probability is given, that is 1 by 6, 2 by 3 and 1 by 6. We have to find its mean and variance. I hope you can do it. Pause the video and do that. Now what is x? 0, 1, 2. 0, 1, 2. Now its probability is 1 by 6, 2 by 3 and 1 by 6. Now what is ex? That is summation of x px, that is 0 into 1 by 6, 0. 1 into 2 by 3 is 2 by 3 plus 2 into 1 by 6 is 2 by 6. Answer will come out to be 1. I am doing it directly because I have given you many examples of it in my previous lecture. Now square this x and multiply with px. That is 0 into something is 0 and 1 into 2 by 3 is 2 by 3 plus 2 square is 4. 4 into 1 by 6 is 4 by 6. Answer will come out to be, this is mean. As I told you in my previous lecture, this is mean and variance is ex square minus ex whole square. Now ex square is 4 by 3 minus ex whole square is 1 square is. Answer will come out to be 1 by 3. Now let's start with binomial distribution. Formula of binomial distribution is n cx into p raised to power x 1 minus p n minus x. Now what is p? Probability of success in trial. Probability of success is p. 1 minus p is probability of failure. Now what is n here? N is number of trial. Total number of trial is n and n should be independent trial. As number of trials should be independent, they should not be dependent on each other, like coin toss problem. That is, the number of time we toss the coin, it's independent of each other. Like we have tossed the coin 5 times. As we toss the coin second time, then its result will not be depend on result that we got on first time on tossing the coin. As we toss the coin 5th time, then its result will not be dependent on the number of times we toss the coin previously. Similarly, dice problem. If we throw the dice 3rd time, then its result will not be dependent upon the result that we got on 2nd time. Suppose we throw the dice 3rd time, then its result will not be dependent upon the result we got 2nd time. So this binomial distribution is only applicable for the independent trials. So let's understand this binomial distribution with the help of examples. Now 10 dice are thrown. What is probability of getting 2 sixes? Now two conditions where we use binomial distribution, that is number of tries should be independent. Second is where we can't solve question using simple probability. Here question is 10 dices are thrown. What is probability of getting 2 sixes? If 2 dices are there and question would be what is probability of getting 2 sixes, then we can solve this question by writing samples. From there we can identify what is the probability of getting 2 sixes. This type of question I have taught you in probability chapters. Here number of trials are more. Here we can't list number of sample spaces. In this type of question we will use binomial distribution. Now formula is n is number of trial, that is 10, and p is probability of getting success. So probability of getting success is if we get 2 sixes. So what is probability of getting success here? That is getting 6. So if we throw a dice first time, so what is probability of getting success here? That is getting number of 6. So what is probability of getting success here? That is getting 6. So what's the probability of getting 6? Then what's the probability of getting 6? That is 1 by 6. Total number of cases are 6 and probability of getting 6 is 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are total probabilities. So what's the probability of getting 6? That is 1 out of these 6 cases. That is 1 by 6. So 1 by 6 is probability of getting success. And what is the probability of not getting success is 1 minus p. That is 1 minus 1 by 6 is 5 by 6. What they are asking, what is the probability of getting exactly 2 sixes? So x here is 2. X here is 2. Put that in this formula. If you are not clear with this example, then it's okay. We will do many more examples based on this. Here n is 10, 10c, x is 2. px, that is 1 by 6 raised to power 2, and 1 minus p is 5 by 6 raised to power n minus 6. N is 10, 10 minus 2 is 8. Solve it and you will get. I told you how to solve combination in my permutation and combination video. Once again I am telling you, that is 10 factorial, 2 factorial into 10 minus 2 is 8 factorial into, and this will be answer. Solve it yourself. Now another question. If you are not clear with previous question, then see another question. A lot has 10% defective items. 10 items are chosen randomly from this lot. The probability that exactly 2 of the chosen items are defective is, here n is 10. A lot has 10% defective items. So how many items are defective? That is 10%. 10% 0.1. That is probability of getting defective items is 0.1. So what's the probability of getting non-defective item is 1 minus p, that is 0.9. Now they are asking the probability that exactly 2 of the chosen items are defective is. So x is 2. Just apply that in this formula. That is 10 cx2, p is 0.1 into x2 0.9, n minus x 8. Answer will came out to be, this is answer. Why x is 2? Because they are saying exactly 2, not more than 2, not less than 2. So x would be, just apply that and you will get your answer. Similarly, third, a coin is tossed 4 times. The probability of getting heads exactly 3 times is. So coin is tossed 4 times. So n is 4. Now what is p? That is 1 by 2. If coin is tossed, then probability of getting head is 1 by 2. So that is probability of getting success is 1 by 2. 1 minus p, that is half, is probability of getting not head, and x is 3 because they are saying exactly 3 times. Just apply that in a formula. That is n cx, that is n c3, p is 1 by 2, x is 3. Here we can write 1 minus p is equal to Q. Q is 1 by 2. You can use either way, Q or 1 minus P. And minus X, that is 4 minus 3, 1. And answer will be 1 by 4. A box contains 10 screws, 3 of which are defective. 2 screws are drawn at random with replacement. The probability that none of the 2 screws is defective will be. Here, a box contains 10 screws. So, N is 10, 3 of which are defective. Here we have to find the probability that none of the 2 screws is defective will be. Here we have to find the probability that none of the screw is defective. Okay, then X is 0 because they are asking that none of the 2 screws is defective. Now what is P? Now we are finding the probability of defective screws. So what is P? That is probability of screws to be defective is 3 by 10. Then 1 minus P is 1 minus 3 by 10, it will be 7 by 10. Applied that in a formula, that is NCX P X Q N minus X, that is 10C0, P is 3 by 10 into X 0, this is Q, 10 minus 0. Now solve it, 0.49, that is 49%. 100 dice are thrown. How many are expected to fall 6? What is variance in number of sixes? That is, they are asking what is variance. Formula of variance is NP 1 minus P. And what is formula of mean? Mean is NP. This is formula of variance. This is formula of mean in binomial distribution. NP are same, that is number of trial. P is probability of getting success. 1 minus P is probability of not getting success. Now what is N? N here is 100 and question is how many are expected to fall 6? Now P is, if we throw the dice first time, then what's the probability of getting 6 is 1 by 6. That is total number of cases are 6. As I told you previously also, total number of cases are 6. So, probability of getting 6 is this, that is 1 by 6. So, 1 minus P is 5 by 6. Now, put this in this formula, that is Vx is equal to N is 100, P is 1 by 6 and 1 minus P is 5 by 6. Now, solve it and you will get your answer, and answer will come out to be 13.9. A unbiased coin is tossed 5 times. The outcome of each toss is either a head or tail. Probability of getting at least one head is. Now, a unbiased coin is tossed 5 times. The outcome of each toss is either head or a tail. Then P is 1 by 2 and Q is 1 by 2. Because they are saying probability of getting head, so P is 1 by 2 and Q is 1 by 2. N is 5, probability of getting at least one head. So X is, they are saying probability of getting at least one head. One head should be there, but it can be greater than 1. So X can be greater than equal to 1 because they are saying at least one head. Formula is, this is formula. N is 5, X is greater than equal to 1. X is greater than equal to 1. So, X is greater than equal to 1. So, how many probabilities can be there? X can be equal to 1 plus X can be equal to 2, X can be equal to 3, and so it can't be possible to find so many probabilities. So, solution is 1 minus P X is equal to 0. Before 1, only one case is there, that is X is equal to 0. So, we subtract that probability from total probability, then we can find this probability. Now, that is 1 minus P X is equal to 0. That is 1 minus, what is N here? 5, C, X here is 0, P is 1 by 2, X is 0, N minus X is 5. 5 minus 0 is 5. Solve this, it will come out to be 1 by 32 and answer will come out to be 31 by 32. Now another question, if 3 coins are tossed simultaneously, probability of getting at least one head is, here N is 3, probability of getting one head, probability of getting head is 1 by 2, then Q is also 1 by 2. Q is 1 minus P. Probability getting at least one head. So X can be greater than equal to 1 because they are saying at least 1. At least 1. It means that it will be 1 but it can be greater than 1 also. So we can get head from more than one case. Here X is greater than equal to 1. 1 minus X is equal to 0 because this is only case that left, that is 1 minus P X is equal to 0, that is N Cx P X Q N minus X, that is 1 minus 0. P here is 1 by 2, 1 by 2, X is 0, Q is also 1 by 2, N minus X means 3 minus 0. If you solve this, its answer will came out to be 1 by 8. So answer will came out to be 7 by 8. This is answer. Consider an unbiased cubic dice with opposite faces colored identically and each face colored red, blue and green such that each color appears only 2 times on dice. If dice is thrown thrice, the probability of obtaining red color on top face of dice at least twice is. Here unbiased cubic dice is there with each face colored red, blue and green. Here X is, this is X. Now probability of red, blue and green is, if we throw the dice, then probability of each color to appear on a dice is 2. Then total number of cases are 6. And probability of each color to appear on a dice is 2. That is 2 by 6. 6 is total probability. Or each color to appear on a dice is 2. Like this, every color has equal probability to appear on a dice is 2. That is, this is dice. Here and here, they made red color. Here, here and here and on bottom, they did green color. That back face and front face is left. On back and front face, they did blue color. When we throw the dice first time, then total number of cases will be 6, same. Then out of 6, on 2 faces they did red color. Then probability of each color to appear on a dice is 2 by 6 because on 2 faces they did one color. Probability of red is 2 by 6, similarly blue is 2 by 6. So if dice is thrown thrice, it means that N is 3 because we are throwing dice 3 times. So N is 3. The probability of obtaining red color on top face of a dice at least twice is. It means that X can be greater than equal to 2. So how we can find its probability? So easy process will be 1 minus P X is equal to 0 plus P X is equal to 1. That is 1 minus 3C X is 0. What is P? That is 2 by 6. That is 1 by 3. I am writing 2 by 6. Here N is 3. 1 minus 2 by 6 is 4 by 6. N minus X, that is 3. Plus N C X 1. P is 2 by 6. N is 3. 1 minus P 4 by 6. N minus X, that is 2. Answer will came out to be 56 by 126. And alternate method, X was, this was like this. Here X was greater than equal to 2. We solved it like 1 minus P X is equal to 0 plus P X is equal to 1. But we can do it like P X is equal to 2 plus P X is equal to 3 also. Because here N was 3. So it can go up to 3. So in this case, we can do it like this. In previous cases, N was large number. So we did it with this method. But here N is small. So we can do it like this too. NCX, that is 3C2 is 2 by 6 and 4 by 6 1 plus NC. Here we can do this like this also, and answer will came out to be same. That is, if fair coin is tossed 4 times, the probability of 2 heads and 2 tails will be. The fair coin is tossed 4 times, the probability of getting 2 heads and 2 tails will be. So x is equal to 2. Now what is p? We can do it either way, that is by taking probability of head as p and q as probability of not getting head, that is p as probability of getting head is 1 by 2 and probability of not getting head is q, that is 1 by 2. We can do it either way, like probability of taking head is 1 by 2, that is probability of p is probability of getting head and q is probability of not getting head. Or we can do it like another way, we can take p as probability of getting tail and q as probability of not getting tail. In question they are saying probability of getting 2 heads and 2 tails will result, because here they are not asking specifically head and tail probability. We can take p specifically as one success, we can take p as one case. So here I am assuming p as probability of getting head and q as probability of getting not head. This is also GATE question, this is easy question. They have framed this question such a way to confuse you. N, C, x is 2, p is 1 by 2, x is 2, 1 by 2 is 2. Now solve it, answer will come out to be 3 by 8. Now next question, a fair coin is tossed independently 4 times. The probability of event, the number of times head show up is more than the number of times tail show up. Here number of times head show is greater than number of times tail show. So number of cases can be p if 4 heads and 0 tail is there, 3 head plus 3 head and 1 tail is there. Here number of times head show is greater than number of times tail show. Number of cases are 4, that is 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 cases are there. 2 cases can be possible, that is case 1. 2 cases can be possible, that is probability when all 4 heads are there and 0 tail is there. And second case, if 3 heads are there and 1 tail is there. Except that no other case will be possible, because here it's given that n is 4. After that 2 head 2 tail, or it can be 1 head and 3 tails. Again this condition will not be satisfied. Only in these 2 cases this condition will be satisfied. So add these 2 cases. So what is p? P is probability of getting head is 1 by 2. Similarly probability of not getting head is also 1 by 2. So NCX, what is n? 4. 4C, x here is probability of getting head, 4 heads are there, 4, and C 4. P is probability of getting head is 1 by 2. X value is 4, 1 by 2, n minus x 0. Plus n is 4 and C probability of getting head is 3. Probability of getting head is 1 by 2, x is 3, 1 by 2, n minus x is 1. Here if you solve this, answer will come out to be 1 by 16. If you solve this, answer will come out to be 4 by 16. Answer will come out to be 5 by 16. These all are GATE questions. The probability that screw manufactured by a company is defective is 0.1. The company sells screw in packet containing 5 screws and gives a guarantee of replacement if 1 or more screw in packets are found to be defective. The probability that packet would have to be replaced is, the probability of defective screw is 0.1, P is 0.1. The company sells screw in packet containing 5 screws and gives a guarantee of replacement if 1 or more screw in packets are found to be defective. If 1 or more, 1 and more are found to be defective, the probability that packet would have to be replaced is, if 1 or more are defective, then packet would be replaced. What's the probability that packet would be replaced? If 1 and more would be defective, here number of screws are 5, so n is 5. So how we solve it? 1 minus p x is equal to 0. Because to solve 1 to 5 will be a lengthy process, so we will solve this way. N is 5, c x 0, P is 0.1, X is 0, 0. 1 minus P is 0.9, 5 minus 0 is 5. To solve this, answer will come out to be 0.4095. This is answer. This is also great question. For an element in a set of size 2n, an unbiased coin is tossed. All 2n coins tossed are independent. An element is chosen if corresponding coin toss were head. The probability that exactly n elements are chosen is, for an element in a set of size 2n, an unbiased coin is tossed. All 2n coins are independent. It means that n is 2n. An element is chosen if corresponding coin tosses were head. It means that P is 1 by 2. It means P is probability of getting head, that is 1 by 2. Then probability of not getting head is also 1 by 2. The probability that exactly n elements are chosen, then X is n, because they are saying probability that exactly n elements are chosen. So just apply that in a formula, that is n C X, that is n. P is 1 by 2, X is n, 1 by 2, Q is n 1 by 2, 2n minus n, that is n, that is 2n Cn 1 by 2 2n. This is answer. In options, this is given like 2n Cn upon 4n. This is last question of this topic. 2n bit binary string S1 and S2 are chosen randomly with uniform probability. The probability that humming distance between these strings, the number of bit positions are two strings differ, is equal to D is. Here 2n bit binary strings S1 and S2 are given. Here n is 2. That is 2n bit binary strings S1 and S2 are chosen randomly with uniform probability. The probability that humming distance between these strings is equal to D. Here S1 and S2, two strings are there. The probability that humming distance between these strings, the number of bit position where the two strings differ. If you know digital subject, then you must be aware of humming distance. This question is combination of subject of mathematical engineering and digital. Here there is no bit difference. Only bit difference is between these two strings. If these two cases will be there, then it will be a failure. Total number of cases are 1, 2, 3, 4. Only these two cases are success, that is, and probability of failure is also 1 by 2, because 1 minus P. The probability of humming distance between this string is equal to D is. The difference between this string is D. So X is D. You can understand this question only if you know digital subject. So N is 2, N, C, X is D, P is 1 by 2, D 1 by 2, N minus D. Now solve it. It will be N C D plus N minus D. So answer will came out to be N C D 2N. This is GATE 2004 CX 2 mark question. In next class, we will do hypergeometric distribution. If you are liking my videos, found it useful, then like, share and subscribe to my channel. And don't forget to comment below for your feedback. Thank you. Have a nice day.